Hello and welcome back to 6th grade math support. Again, my name is Dr. Griggs, and our umbrella topic for these objectives is ratios and proportional relationships. Our objective for today is understand the concept of a unit rate, A over B, associated with a ratio A to B, with B not being equal to 0, and use rate language in the context of a ratio relationship. Because you can write ratio as a fraction, we don't want 0 to be the denominator because that would make it undefined. We don't want an undefined fraction. So that's the reason why they have here that B, or the denominator in this case, should not equal to 0. All right, so let's look at our problem. We have a unit rate problem here, and it's at a school fundraiser. Mia sold 36 raffle tickets in 3 hours. What is the unit rate of tickets sold per hour? Use rate language to describe the relationship between tickets sold and time. So first, let's go ahead and break down what's happening here. So we know that there is a school fundraiser, and then Mia sold 36 raffle tickets in 3 hours. This is vital information because it's going to help us answer this question of what is the unit rate. So unit rate is how much of one unit. That might be a unit of time, like in this case per hour, or it might be as far as weight, so per foot, per inch. It could be per pound. So as long as we're looking at per one unit of whatever that measurement is, that's going to be our unit rate. So we want to know the unit rate of tickets sold per hour. So our per hour is the unit rate that we're doing. And when we're trying to make a unit rate, the unit rate, that unit needs to be 1, because that's going to help us to know per however many of that unit. So we can write this ratio 2 ways. We could say 36 to 3, or we could say 36 over 3. So again, that's why we could think of ratios as fractions, because we can write them as fractions. And that's helpful too, because it also helps us to be able to work with things that we know. We know about fractions. So let's stick with this right now, because both will be solved in the same way. Because we want to get this unit rate, this per hour, down to 1, well, we need to figure out how can we get this denominator down to 1. So we want it to be at 1. Well, I know if I divide a number by itself, that gives me 1. So that means I need to divide by 3. And of course, whatever we do to the denominator, we also do to the numerator, because that's what allows it to remain equal. So we've done 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So now we do have our unit rate, which is per hour. And we are now dividing 36 by 3. Well, 36 divided by 3 is 3 groups of how many will give us 36. So if we think about that, well, that is the same as 36 divided by 3. 3 goes into 3 one time, and that's going to leave us with 0. And 3 goes into 6 2 times, and that will leave us with 0. So now we know that 36 divided by 3 is 12. So 12 raffle tickets. Okay, so using our rate language to describe the relationship, we now know that the unit rate of tickets sold per hour are 12 raffle tickets per hour. So per 1 hour, they're able to sell 12 raffle tickets. And that makes sense, because if we did 2 hours, well, that would be 12 times 2, and that would be 24. And then the 3 hours we have here, which would be 3 times 12, which gives us 36. It's always important to make sure we can work it backwards and get to the same answer where we started, that gives us really, really confident answers, and we know that we have found our correct choice. So in this case, we now know that they were able to sell 12 raffle tickets per hour. Thank you so much for your attention. If you have any other questions that are causing you difficulty, please let me know and I'll do everything I can to assist you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Thank you so much for joining my tutoring session today. If you enjoy the way that I instruct and you think that I would be a useful addition to your student or to yourself, feel free to scan this QR code. It is going to take you directly to my profile page where you can get set up on weekly classes with me. Looking forward to seeing you in the classroom. Bye.